Okay guys, so here you have it, a side-by-side comparison. The MudHawk 6, which is a Y6 ATV, is on the right. That's the orange one. And then the MudHawk 10, which is the 125cc mid-size ATV. You guys can see the difference there. This is the small size over there, the orange one, and the red one is the medium size. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? Alright guys, this is the MudHawk 10. It's a 125cc ATV. It's a mid-size ATV. It's got fittings all over the A-arms. It's got LED headlights in the front, real aggressive tires, if you guys can see that there. Forward and reverse, really good looking bike. So we'll be going over the features of this bike.
Delphi waterproof connectors, okay? So we'll start off with that. So everything's sealed. You know, that's the nice thing about it. Number two, all the joints, okay, all have Zerk fittings, okay?
Oh, so they have for the grease fittings,
yeah,
of course.
so they all have Zerk fittings on them, so it can be greased. Even the steering stem right here has a Zerk fitting on the backside where it could be greased. Okay. It's right here. So, as you can see, so we've made this vehicle in a way so it's a long-lasting vehicle, but also is a very serviceable vehicle.
Okay.
Okay. Number two, another interesting thing about it is disc brakes, front and rear.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, there used to be the drum in the front. I remember that.
So it's a big deal.
On the tail brand.
And then another thing we did is, this is brand new for the 2020 year model, okay? We did this engine cradle, okay? So this engine cradle right here is specifically designed for vibration, okay? So what that does is eliminates the engine from the frame. So when the engine actually vibrates, it doesn't vibrate the whole vehicle.
Okay.
Because it's sitting on bushings, front, back, side to side.
Yes.
So that's why the chain can move. It has its own vibration. The engine has its own vibration, right? And so the vibration doesn't transfer into the frame, then into the steering, then to the rider.
Of course.
So that's what's really, really important about it. You want this to be a smooth vehicle, okay?
Yes.
Because it doesn't have obviously multiple gears where it can shift.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's one gear. So we want to make sure the vibration is low. So that's another special thing about it.
So this is kind of like basically the upgraded Cheetah times 10.
Well, yeah. So
it's just you guys have gone through it all and rethought it and just done the whole thing on it.
Absolutely. So
okay.
So the intent for Rival always has been the premium line of vehicles. So we like to make the comparison of Honda, and Acura, or Toyota and Lexus. So Tao is going to be our Toyota Honda brand, right? And the Rival is going to be the premium Lexus and Acura brand. Okay, so the thought has been put, a lot of thought, especially on my side, has been put to make the vehicle something special that's not out there in the market.
Of course, yes.
So another small thing is even the fuse, right? So we have a standard type, automotive type fuse that you can get anywhere.
Okay.
Typically the older vehicle, typically the rest of the vehicles that are on the market don't have that. They have just this like a glass type fuse that's kind of hard and it breaks sometimes even from vibration.
Yeah.
Hard to find. This one is a true automotive type of fuse that it's easy to find everywhere. They call it the AOT style.
AOT style, okay.
Yeah, and then another thing you could see with the vehicle, pretty much every hardware that we could, we blackened it out. So everything's black, you know?
Yeah.
So it's got the whole black package. You can see every hardware on the vehicle is pretty much black. There's a little bit of chrome left on the hardware, but very little, you know? And then, so we carry the black theme through the whole vehicle. Obviously the Rival on the engine, the stator covers, the rear axle.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, the rear axle is black. So a lot of stuff been back. Even the cover for the spark racer, you blacked that out too as well. So we try to, even the dipstick actually, if you look at it, the dipstick.
Yeah, that's like the old, you guys went on the, I think it's the DB27, you guys went with the chrome dipstick on the engine.
Some of them have chrome and some of them don't. And so, but this one, Rival, is like that. It's definitely got the, definitely it's got that. So the whole point of, again, like I said, for Rival is to be a premium vehicle.
Of course.
So we've done everything. It's got a really good rear shock on it.
Yeah.
For dampening, the front shocks are pretty good too. So we just went through the whole vehicle and tried to make improvements to make an overall better vehicle.
Yeah, just rethought it and did it better. Yeah.
Yeah, better than what's out there
That's
for
awesome.
the Chinese vehicles, especially with the new price and the new strategy. The Trailhawk is over here. I'll show you the Trailhawk.
Okay.
So the Trailhawk, and this is obviously the Trailhawk. Frame-wise, they share the same frame. These two vehicles, they're not any different. Okay, but this is the second version of the Trailhawk. Okay, and what's cool about this, which the 2021s will have also on the MudHawks, they will have the red high-performance coils. They'll have the NGK plugs. That comes with an NGK plug as well already.
Okay.
Stock. So basically, we've gone through everything. This one even actually has the black sprocket on there. The rear sprocket is black. It's not chrome like the other ones. The muffler tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some subtle changes from one to the other. But I mean, even a very important thing with even like seating, like the foam that we use in these vehicles, the foam is much better, high quality, more denser foam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the.
Oh wow.
It's not cheap foam, you know?
Yeah, that
so
is.
It's really thick. And obviously the engraving Rival MotorSports on the
Yeah.
seat. So we've spent a lot of time to make sure that the vehicle is cool and unique and different.
Yeah, I really like the way it looks as opposed to the other ones. They're still good looking bikes, of course.
Yeah,
But you know, the little accents on the wheels, the stuff like that, you guys really went out of your way
Yeah,
with
so
it.
what the decal on the wheels, we had a different setup before where it was this plastic ring.
Yes, I remember that.
This is a matter of opinion, but I wasn't a big fan of that.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah, because it's looks and functionality is two different things, right? It's cool to have something that looks cool, but this is an ATV, it has to function.
Yes.
So if you have a lot of dirt and mud that gets behind there and takes you forever to clean or you can never clean it off, then what's the point?
Yeah, you're just going to get bored with it because it's going to be
it's
more
gonna have
work
so
than
much
it's worth.
mud and dirt and crud
Yes.
that's going to be back there, so you don't want that. Another thing we did that was kind of cool with the Rival vehicles is we went with a different shut-off, okay? And this is designed specifically for ease of use, okay? It's labeled engine start and engine stop. So in an emergency situation, you're not hesitating to press the button.
Okay.
You can just boom, hit the red button, and you already know. It doesn't.
Yes.
You don't have to think about it because the red obviously means engine off.
Yeah.
So we did that. So there's a redesigned remote for us too.
Just made it a lot more parent friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And
Yeah.
so that was the idea for the vehicle. And there's a lot of changes in these vehicles that we've made one by one to
Yeah.
make the overall product come out to be something special and different.
It is really good looking. I'll get my hands on one of those pretty quick when we do an assembly and review.
Definitely. And this is the Trailhawk. Obviously, this comes in the orange painted frame. And this comes in the green painted frame. And we had a special edition of these that came in the white body too, but all the customers and dealers have responded really well to the flat black body. So this is what we're gonna stick with. The white color body we're not gonna go. We're gonna go with the.
Yeah, I like the green. It stands out with the flat black. I've always been a fan of that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And
So.
this one, obviously, when it's here, we don't really treat them with any love. We try to beat on them as much as possible to
Of course.
see what are the weak points. And gladly I can say that they're pretty good.
Yeah, so that means I have your permission.
You do.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so that's the key thing with Rival is just try to make a better unit that is amazingly priced. for
Well,
what it is.
we'll definitely be trying to put those through the ringer, and this is actually Luch size as well too. So
Yeah, so
the Rival MudHawk 6. It's a 110cc kids Y6 rated ATV. It's got forward and reverse, front and rear brakes, remote control start and stop. And as you can see right here, it's got fittings on there, and we're going to go ahead and put up a video detailing this stuff with a review from David over at Tao. So let's check this out here. This is the Rival MotorSports MudHawk 6. LED lights, brake light, shifter, really cool kid bike. Anyways, let's get on the video, shall we?
First, Chinese Y6 vehicle on the market, okay?
Okay.
So, and I was the one that certified it. And so what that basically means is 6 years and older can ride this vehicle, okay? So when you have a 7-year-old or a 6-year-old who wants to ride, really they can't ride any of the other vehicles because they're age 10 and up.
Of course.
Okay, so but this one is aged 6 and up. So there's a few restrictions that go with that. Obviously the top speed has been limited to 15 miles an hour.
Of course.
Okay, because it's a Y6 vehicle.
Uh-huh.
So that's what makes it kind of a little special and different about it. But as far as what makes this thing special is this one comes with single A-arm suspension. And the reason why we went with single A-arm suspension versus dual A-arm suspension, typically that you would see on smaller ATVs, because we wanted the suspension travel.
Of course.
With the smaller A-arms, with the smaller shocks, you don't get as much suspension travel.
Uh-huh.
But with the single A-arm, you get more suspension travel, we've seen. So that's why we went with the single A-arm suspension. The same thing is on this one as it is on the MudHawk 10, which is a lot of points on this vehicle are greasable. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Arms are greasable, steering is greasable, the neck and all that stuff. Another cool thing about it too is that all your electronics are here.
Oh wow.
So you basically pop over these 2 little screws and all your electronics are here.
So,
Same thing with that one, same thing with that one. So all the electronic connectors and everything, all it's in the front.
okay.
So that makes it really cool. LED lights on them, on this one.
Uh-huh.
And believe it or not, my son has one of these, and he loves it. We take it to the desert, we take it everywhere, and he loves this thing. And it's been holding up really well. Another thing that we did for this one, obviously it has the decal wheels.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but another really cool feature about it is it's got the eccentric rear axle.
Oh, okay.
So basically, to adjust their chain on this thing is very, very simple. You just have 4 screws that 4 bolts you have to loosen, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You just loosen these up, put a dowel pin, and rotate the axle either forward or backward, and it will loosen the chain or tighten the chain for you.
Oh, geez.
And just tie and retighten those, and it's done. So there's no left and right movement. You just loosen them. Either it goes forward or backwards, and that's you get your your chain adjustment.
That's pretty awesome. Is that something that you guys are going to be doing with other vehicles down the road?
Yeah. So that's actually we're thinking about that. Probably what will happen is depending on a few different factors, but typically what we will do is that rear end will be on all the rival vehicles.
Okay.
Because dealers and customers have taken a huge liking to it.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
It's-
And I mean, it also comes down to the fact of ease of use and ease of service.
Of course.
Right? So that's
of course.
the whole thing with Rival. That's what we try to do. That was the point we're always trying to do. And then also same thing with the fuse. We changed the fuse. This one doesn't have all the waterproof connectors like the other ones do.
Of course.
Because this is more of we try to get into the price matching the vehicle. And we did everything we can to make sure the vehicle matches the price. We really, we try to put as much things into the vehicle as we can for the price and try to make it a premium vehicle.
And this is for the younger ones to get into learning how to ride them, to basically get the gist of
Absolutely.
riding and get them enthused about it, and it's user friendly as well. With the parents, it's easy for everything to adjust. I think that's a really good bike right there.
Yeah, and also obviously it's got the speed adjuster where you can also limit it to up to 15 miles an hour variably as much as you want. You could set it to 9 miles an hour, you could set it 8 miles an hour, whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable with for your young rider to start riding. So
Cool.
Yeah,
And it's the same shifter, the same setup.
same
it's
hand
a
shifter, yeah.
forward and reverse
Forward
as well.
and reverse, yeah, that's right.
Now that's one thing that the Boulder, as opposed to doing another comparison, the Boulder didn't have
Correct.
a forward and reverse. It's just a forward gear bike. So
Correct.
that's another big thing right there too that really a lot of people do look at is having reverse.
Yeah, I mean, especially for little kids, because they don't want to get outside of the vehicle,
Yeah.
kind of start pushing in. Little kids can't really push, 190, 200 pound ATV, especially on a little bit of incline or on dirt or on sand.
Yeah.
So having the reverse is always helpful.
Of course.
Yeah. And like I said, like I have a 6-year-old and my son loves riding his MudHawk, and he doesn't feel intimidated by the vehicle, because I feel like a lot of kids, when the vehicle makes a lot of noise, the exhaust is loud, or there's some intimidation factors where the kids are kind of getting intimidated and kind of get scared, because they're so little.
Yep.
And it's not like adults where we like hearing loud engines and mufflers and all that.
Yeah.
They're not like that. So they don't want to be intimidated by the vehicle. And
Yeah.
definitely, this one is built very child friendly.
Okay. I think maybe we will go ahead and get them both here and just take a good look at them both for a little while and review them over. So, all right. Well, thank you for your time.
Shelves right here is the Rival parts department. A lot of people, when they talk about Chinese vehicles, they say that, hey, can you get parts for them? Nowadays, it's much easier than before, but for Rival, we try to go one step above and beyond, okay? As you can see, everything here in the parts department is labeled. But besides labeled, is what we wanted to also make sure is that every part that you get here is bagged and tagged with a waterproof connector. So you're not just getting a part, but you're getting a part with a part number, something you can reuse or keep in stock, so you already know. So for something like this, you can know, hey, this is the part number, this is how it is. You keep the bag, and next time you need it, you can always order it,
Yeah.
So that one makes it really simple. And what we also try to do is we try to go even more above and beyond that. Even hardware, everything is bagged and tagged.
Okay.
So when you order a part, you don't just get a bag full of parts. You're supposed to figure
Everything's
out which
identified, and goes along with the schematics that you actually took the time to do, which is something nobody has. And I'll show that a little later.
And we try to be as OEM as we can be, like even small gaskets and things like that. We try to, label and waterproof waterproof bag, and also the label, because the thing is, in the Chinese market, this has never been there,
Yeah.
So that's what makes Rival different and cool and unique.
Yeah.
So all these are Rival parts right here, but I'll show you another cool thing actually, is obviously bodies, but these are Rival engines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can see they're actual Rival engines with Rival part numbers that are right here. So you can see we have plenty of Rival engines in stock if ever was needed. But
Yeah.
we do have plenty of them. And as you guys can see here, over here, there's bodies here, but up there is all the bodies as well for the Rival vehicles. So we try to stand behind our product and say, hey, what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do, and which is, we're not in that model of, hey, you buy a Chinese ATV, and you're out on your own to figure it out. We don't try to make an ATV like a DVD player, where it's broken, you just throw it in the trash. No, an ATV should be serviceable, and every part should be easily available.
Yes, that's the one thing that I have really stuck to about with you guys from day one is it's always been a good relationship, and everything, you've been responsive with everything. So
that has always been our model for Tao, but especially for Rival.
Yeah, that makes really, really a lot of sense.
Absolutely. So like even wire harnesses, right?
Uh-huh.
So we have a bin full of wire harnesses, chains. I mean, you name it,
Yeah.
It's all here. And typically what we like to do is, for every Rival vehicle, we have enough parts to build 200 Rival vehicles. So literally here in the parts department, you could take every part for one vehicle, you could build 200 of those exact vehicles. So
Nice.
we have every single part times 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome right there.
That's kind of, so that way, if something ever was to happen, some kind of manufacturing delays, we're pretty sure we can handle it.
Yes. Now that's the one thing here, and I'm not going to try and put you on the spot here,
Sure.
but this has been the one thing that how we actually met each other was dealers. The dealers are you guys are holding the dealers more to getting in contact with you guys and making sure everything gets done with these vehicles as well, correct?
Absolutely. Accountability is a big thing.
Yes.
And in order to be a towel dealer, you have to make sure you take care of the customer.
Of course.
To be, that's the most important thing for us, because we're not trying to build, and we're not trying to sell a DVD player that's you could just throw in the trash and move on. We're trying to build an actual brand.
Yes.
And in order to build an actual brand, you need to make sure that you can service the customer, the dealer, and the overall experience. So that's how we have been and what we're trying to do here at Tao and Rival.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate your time, David. Thank you very much. Check those out. Love that orange. How it just pops like that. Really cool looking little bikes. If you want to get some, you get these for your kids. They'll love you forever.